One IDX here. Just wanted to give you the final update on the 160 meter inverted L. As you can see, it's there's the string coming across the tree. You can see the insulator right there about dead center, and the wire comes all the way over to the tower and then hits through a pulley up there and comes straight down. I'll take you over there to show you what we got going on. There the wire comes straight down there, the red wire comes to our 1-to-1 balun over here. Just added a third radial, and I kind of took everything down. I got tired of playing around with random wire lengths, so I took it down and I measured it to I wanted the center frequency. I wanted my SWR dip to be somewhere around 1.880 megahertz or 1880 kilohertz, whichever you want to call it. In order to do that, I knew that I was going to need a certain length, so I calculated that by 236 divided by 1.88, and that gave me, I think it was 125 and a half feet. So I took it all down. I cut the radiating element, the one that goes straight up and across the yard, cut that to 125 and a half feet, and then I did the same thing with the two radials that I had yesterday. I put those at the same length, and then I added a third radial. Kind of went off into the woods as well on another direction in dense forest, and it's also 125 feet. So what we've got here effectively is 502 feet of wire into a 1-to-1 balun, and I've got the RG213 15 turn choke, of course, with the feed line running around on the ground and goes into the back of the shack. We're going to take a look inside and see what the numbers are like, and this will just show you that the numbers and the math really does work. Alright, so we're back in the shack here. We've got the feed points, the antennas all come into the back of the shack here, and this is the 160. So we're going to flip on the analyzer, and there you have it, 1.880 megahertz. We've got the impedance is at 49.8, 49.9. It fluctuates, so that's pretty much a perfect 50 ohm match. And the inductive reactance is about plus J plus 0.5, which was nearly perfect. So what we've got here is pretty much a perfectly resonant antenna at this frequency. And we can also look down the band to some of the frequencies that we're going to be using. 1.840 is the FT8 frequency. It's still only at 1.6, which is great. And if we want to come back up the band, up as far as say 1950, we won't really go much higher than that. The SWR is still at 2.28, so it's a little bit more narrow banded than before, but it's definitely a lot more resonant and a lot less inductive reactance, which is going to make for a really good antenna. So thanks guys, hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. 73 VO1IDX.